What are your plans for Valentine's Day? Yeah, I'm alone. No shock there, you guys. Mama's gonna need a refill. It's time to fall head over heels in love while getting your funny bone tickled. Welcome to 14 Days of Rom Coms, where we watch some of our favorite romantic comedies in order to get ready for, well, that dreaded holiday, Valentine's Day. So today I have Kai Quix here via the internet, and you got to pick out your favorite romantic comedy to watch. What movie did you watch or pick?
I picked 10 Things I Hate About You. I'm trying to think about, I don't know, rom-coms. I obviously wanted to think about something that I enjoyed from the 90s, and I can't remember any other movie making me cry, I guess, like during the impassioned speech towards the end. But obviously, I mean, Heath Ledger is just super sexy, and I don't think I've watched it since he died. I don't know.
It is hard not to relate, you know. Growing up, being around that age when this movie came out, and I'm Kat. I'm straight up. It's hard not to be like, where's my Heath Ledger? So for the video series, we're saying that all romantic comedies have similar themes. And so the first one that we like to talk about is, how does this movie show the theme of heartache and heartbreak? This one is very interesting. This one's a curveball.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's the classic scenario, you know, that's happened to all of us. You know, somebody, you know, pays you money to start, you know, dating some other person, and, you know, it just breaks all your friendships apart gradually.
Classic story, classic tropes.
Absolutely. But yeah, basically, I think everybody gets heartbroken at least once. All the main characters, at least we've got some heartache going on in the kind of peripheral characters, but yeah, heart's broken. Well, one of the heartbreaks that's not talked about is the villain character. I mean, who just like ends up with nobody at the end, and like, what's his story? You know?
Yeah, you know, Joey built up to be that hated douchebag guy. He's the guy that paid Heath Ledger to take Kat out, and I'm like, I just keep calling him Heath Ledger, but the heartache and the heartbreak comes at the end of the movie. It's, you know, they resolve it very quickly, but unlike most, like the majority of the rom-coms that I've watched for the series, they all had the heartache at the beginning. So that's why I think it's really interesting. You get all that romance and that build up, but it's high school, so everybody gets their heart broken, just all at different times.
Right. And it's, yeah, they put it right at the, I mean, it's, what was it, like 10, 15 minutes, like right before the ending, and then it just get resolved real quick, and then everybody's happy.
She reads her angry girl poem to him, and he's like, I'm a dick. I better make that better.
Her angry concession poem. You don't hear a lot of those kind of vindictive poems that's like, but I love you.
But it's like, but I like you, yeah. And that is really just a really cute way to name the movie. I didn't really pick up on that until this time watching through. Like, she writes this poem of reasons that she hates him. And it's called 10 Things I Hate About You. So it's like, there's that connection, duh.
Huh.
Right? It's like, I just noticed that now.
Have I also not put that together? God.
It was like watching it as a kid, like, oh my God, I just love this movie so much. I didn't get the layers
that are unlikable.
So when you're going through heartache, people lean on their friends for support. So how does this movie, you know, the high school setting, how does this movie show friend support?
Well, I mean, yeah, I think that the friends are really to blame for the whole thing. It's not only just like friend support, it's basically like friendstigation.
They're meddling with people.
Right, yeah.
All little different groups trying to influence the other groups.
That's right. But I mean, yeah, we see but I think with the exception of the one friend betrayal with the Chastity sleeping with, again, the villain, or do they sleep I guess we're not supposed to like guess if they slept together because they're just high schoolers. But, yeah, no, and like
right? Chastity, the best friend of Bianca, who was there in the beginning, is the one that turns around and is all like, I'm here with him now.
Right. So yeah, no, everybody had some good friend support, good friend pushing, and then even the friends ended up getting laid at the end, or ending up with somebody at the end as well.
Yep, everyone kind of paired off.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It was cute, and you had the nerdy guys, you had the jock guy, and then you had the like bad boy Heath Ledger. He's such a bad boy in this movie. So the last theme that obviously all romantic comedies need to contain is romance. How do they show romance in this movie?
Well, this has, like all of the most romantic things that you can do for a person, like stalking, from place to place. We've got the the paintball or the paint balloon fight, I guess, like that's like
where they kiss in the hay,
spraying each other with like the water in like the kitchen or something. I mean, well, yeah, obviously the scene that everybody remembers from 10 Things I Hate About You, the stadium marching band paid everybody off, got everybody in on it. Which
I
would hate. You seemed like you really into. You really want
I would be so into it. Oh my god. But I'm like a little like musician dork. Like I want someone to sing songs with. So that to me is so romantic. He serenades her in front of her soccer team. Like, oh.
Right.
But I mean, I would have died. I would have been crying, violently, ugly crying.
Well, I guess I'm not visualizing it as if it were Heath Ledger either. Like, if Heath Ledger was singing anything to me, then, I mean, yeah, that's all.
He's singing the ABCs to you, and you're like, yeah.
Absolutely.
That is definitely the memorable scene of that movie is him singing to her and then being chased by the, like, rent-a-cops or the cops or whatever, banging him on the butt and running away.
Why wouldn't they just go to the PA system and turn off the PA system? I don't know.
Oh, seriously, right? That's like they're gonna try to chase him. Stupid. Well, that I believe that's a good place to wrap it. I think that this is a classic. When you picked it, I was so happy. I wanted more people to pick like '90s movies and like stuff we grew up on.
Right.
What built the idea of this crazy, like, what romance should be in here? This and Disney.
This is what we know.
And I'm just so psyched to meet you. Like, we're meeting right here. This is the internet, baby.
Yes. Oh, that's funny.
Thank you so much for being a part of this craziness.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Well, and with that, I hope you guys are ready for Valentine's Day and getting a little more excited about that. Get yourself some wine, get some chocolate, and you guys, we'll see you in the next episode.